Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tinkers Academy video. This is Kay Elmer, your host. I've got Philipp von Holzendorf on the line with me to talk about 2024 product updates for Leela Quantum Tech, Quantum Upgrade, and the TraumEZ. Philipp, welcome. And
Hey, Kay.
yeah, so you posted about a week ago some really cool stuff about what's coming down the pipe for this year. So I kind of
Yes.
just grabbed your post out of Telegram, and if you wanted to kind of like elaborate on it, because all we got were these bullets. But so I've got the three different posts here. So if you want, could you just kind of elaborate for us, like what's coming down the pipe, and about when can people expect some of these new products and services? So let's start with, how
Yep.
about this? Okay, great. So let's start with for Leela Quantum products. This is Leela Quantum Tech. Um, Number one, I guess we're already like a week or two past this, but you've already launched the Infinity Block booster capsules, and you've already launched the newest Infinity blocks, right? So those are out there on the
Correct.
market.
And
Okay.
we are working on making deuterium depleted water, and we were
Yeah.
actually successful in making that, but
Ooh.
we still need to do a lot of lab testing, and then the actual goal is to, our goal is not really to make deuterium depleted water. The goal is to, and we're not sure if we'll succeed, to be honest, but we figure we'll just put it out there, and maybe people can cheer us on. But the idea is to create a device that, like the block, that people can use to make deuterium depleted water themselves, because we actually found some absolutely significant qualities of deuterium depleted water, and it's
Oh
quite
yeah.
fascinating. And so that's what we're working on, see if we'll succeed. And then another thing is that I think the Olympic performance frequency, we so far have not really launched it as a card. I think for at the latest Q2, that's also on the horizon to create that as a card, probably, and possibly in another way. I've been thinking about wristbands or something like that, but that's just me thinking as a tennis player. Um, but that
Yeah.
would be kind of a cool thing.
Okay. Oh man, this when you said the deuterium depleted water, I've been following that story for years and trying to figure out a way to afford it. Um, what do you think? Like, how low can you go? I mean, what do you think with what your approach?
So
What's your
first of
guess?
all, yeah, so we tested, and we're still testing some, but we've been testing several deuterium depleted waters, and it seems that there isn't even a huge benefit anymore from going too low. So we tested, I think, 8 ppm up to
Whoa.
24 ppm, and then it starts to be not such a big difference anymore. The difference is
Okay.
marginal. Even I think the largest player in the space, from Romania. Actually, I've met one of the owners of that
Yeah, yeah.
company at a
Oh,
conference. He's a super nice guy, and they make 24 ppm and 18 ppm. And also, he would tell you that there isn't really a big difference anymore. But people obviously gravitate to the lower the better. But
okay.
at 24 ppm, you already have amazing
Oh, yeah.
deuterium depleted water, and we didn't see much of a benefit energetically. We saw a lot of benefits though of that water, and then even upcharging it then in the Infinity Block, absolutely fascinating. So
Oh,
a few things that people can read about deuterium depleted water. Obviously, these people need to be very careful what they write, because they can't say it helps you with cancer and all of that. You know the drill. Certain
yep.
things you can't say in this
Yep. Don't make
world. But
claims.
yeah, so they position this as longevity water, and I think that's smart. But
Yeah.
certain things I'm sure they don't even know. Like, we found out, for example, that so this Romanian company, they sell these waters in the hard plastic bottles. Okay, and we all know that plastic gets in the water.
Yep.
You get microplastic particles that gets in the water, no matter what water you drink. However, it doesn't happen with deuterium depleted water, which is very, very fascinating.
Hmm.
It doesn't take on the
Yeah.
plastic.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you add frequencies,
Uh-huh.
then you have an amplified absorption and delivery mechanism of the water with the frequency. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. And Yeah, and it's so expensive, right? That
Yeah.
you
That's
know, you just, I mean, a normal person couldn't just afford to drink just this water. So at this point, go with very good filtered water, and charge it in the block, and you'll have amazing water. But I think we can take it to the next level if we can indeed make it deuterium depleted, and then roll it out in a way where everyone becomes self-sufficient, right? And not with technology that costs $250,000.
right. Yeah, I'm over the charts excited about this, and I wish you guys all the luck in your research. So I just want to clarify though, you're thinking about, or you're working on a method to produce at least 24 ppm deuterium depleted water. I mean, you're going to go that low, so that's going to be the end product of your device.
Uh,
Is that what
at this point, we don't know if
you're
we
not
will
you're not sure?
succeed,
Okay.
but that is
Yeah.
that is what we're
Wow.
something along
That's
those lines is what we're trying to aim. Yeah,
pretty
at.
amazing. Well, I'm rooting you on, and I look forward to hearing more about this as you guys proceed with your research. But that's amazing. If you could do it, you're going to help so many people. Okay, so you're also looking at putting the Olympic frequency in a card. Are you looking at any more frequency cards though this year, or is that just going to be more frequencies added to Quantum Upgrade? Is it just for Leela
Well,
Quantum Tech?
it's a good question. I don't have any in mind currently,
Okay.
but you know how it goes. Usually within a year, there's probably going to be a couple of frequencies that we'll
Okay.
roll out with, and probably the the community will help with that and put in some requests.
Okay, great. Hey, I just want to, before we jump to the next one, I just want to let everybody know we just recorded the Infinity Block Booster Capsules video where we talk about the first two the first two products here. So you can catch more about those in that other video. But the DDW thing is just exciting. So, okay, so that's what's coming for Leela Quantum Tech. Now, for Quantum Upgrade, you'd mentioned that you're going to increase the regular levels to 1400 levels on the scale, and booster levels up to 22. Wow. That's pretty high. So is that coming out this quarter, then first quarter, like this spring, before
This month,
this month,
this
January?
month,
Okay.
that's what we're aiming for. I mean, there's
Wow.
always the possibility it doesn't work out, but my goal is that this month this is done, and I know the team is working on it, and they have a lot to do, and I said I would like to really launch this already this month. So
Cool. Okay,
let's
no, so
see.
you did footnote that both are not available to new customers, but it's going to be with tenure. So how long do people have to wait to access these higher level boosters?
That
And
is my to do. So
oh,
if we
okay.
don't roll it out by the end of January, then you all know it was my fault.
Okay.
Um, so no, I still have to basically put the logic behind that, because yeah, it's how it is, right? You you
Oh
you
yeah.
you need to look
Oh,
at everyone. You have the advanced
I
folks,
know.
right, that
I
can take
know.
in a lot, and then you have some of the very new ones, and you really don't want them to be overwhelmed. So I'll have to look into it in a quiet minute,
Yeah.
and just take an hour and write it all down.
Okay. No, I get it. I totally get it. Oh, hey, I just got a question on this new booster level. I mean, the grand block is 1800. So if you've got a booster at 22, is that like sticking your head in a grand block for an hour? Like I can set my booster for 90
Yep.
minutes. So if I set my booster for 90 minutes at 2200, that's more powerful than sticking my head in the grand block for an hour and a half.
Well,
Is
isn't
that a
isn't the grand
relatable
block at
comparison?
the grand block is at 2,200 though, right? Isn't it?
I thought it was
If I'm
18.
not
Okay,
mistaken.
sorry, I might have a
Well, either way, whatever it is, it's
yeah.
pretty much
It's
that way.
18.
Yes,
It's
and it's
18.
not just the head. Yeah,
It's like
or is it
sticking my
18?
whole
Okay, yeah,
body. Oh wow, wow. That's
yep.
yeah. I can't wait to try that. Ooh, that's gonna be wild.
I'll play
Okay.
the tennis nationals probably with the 2,200
Yeah, yeah.
booster.
That's wild. Okay, so that's putting yourself in something stronger than the grand block. Wow. Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna try that one. Okay. Okay, so now there's gonna be some new frequencies, the dog and cat ones. So these are the regular dog and cat, the heel for dog and the heel for cat, and that's gonna be available on Quantum Upgrade.
Yes, that
Okay,
is
so
correct.
all
And
right.
and on a separate note, I think you and I can possibly revisit the calm for dog
Oh yeah, yeah.
frequency, because I think you had a pretty good start there, and I think there were some things that Roman saw that obviously he can do in a from a completely different angle, and maybe we could combine these efforts, and maybe for quantum upgrade, I think it would make sense to have that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Have
No,
that
that would be
for dogs.
oh, that would be great. I mean, I kind of started on that frequency and I thought I got like as far as I could go because I'm human. But if we could get Roman involved, that would be awesome because my little dog gets so anxious, when there's a storm out or a loud noise. And that's kind of what I designed it for was just this little tiny little chiweenie. So I'm just trying to calm her down, but she's not like a Chihuahua where she's nervous all the time. She's just nervous with loud noises. So that's why I created that. But if Roman could add his little flair to that, that'd be awesome. That would be great. Okay, no, that'd be fantastic. So,
And my
so,
little dog just came, actually, little Momo. She just came
oh
to me
yeah,
here, and that's interesting, right? She gets anxious when she needs to go to the groomer or when she needs to go to the vet.
yeah,
So,
yeah. They just get
um,
nervous. I mean, well, I've got my daughter has a Belgian Malinois, which is a military dog, and that dog has more anxiety than anybody else in the family. So, anxiety is not just the belongs to little dogs. Okay, so now there was a question in the Telegram group about the dog frequency. Like, what bundle are you going to add it to? Or is it going to be like animals are going to be a separate other bundle
yes,
by itself?
separate
Oh,
bundle.
okay.
Yeah,
All right. So there'll be a separate animal ones because I see you're adding horses.
but
Oh, okay.
but what I'm thinking though is that whoever has the all-in-one frequency bundle, I'm pretty certain that it will be added there as well. Don't quote me, but um, maybe it'll get overwritten by someone. But at this point, that will be my goal.
All right, cool. So you're going to add horses, right? So people who have horses, they can put like literally have a subscription for their horse, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So is it going to be like a heel for horses?
That's a good point. We probably need to develop that. Yes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Correct. And
Yeah.
we've had a lot of requests actually regarding horses. So
Yeah.
I think that's something good to do.
Oh yeah, I could see how it would really benefit a horse. I used to have one, old guy, needed a lot of help. That would have been nice to have at the time. Okay, so what about livestock down the road? Because I could see how, farms would benefit from having frequency
Yeah. So I
livestock.
think for them, I would I mean it's it's hard. I don't think it could be like for a horse, but let's say you have 100 chickens. I think you would want to have the whole, you know, area basically put in like the home location service for quantum upgrade. I think that one would be the one to make sense. And then in terms of frequency, yeah, why not something for chickens? I mean, to be
Okay.
honest, I probably think it is lower priority at this point.
Okay. All right. So one last one for quantum upgrade is you're going to do a pineal gland activating frequency. So like, is that like a third eye awakening kind of thing for quantum
Yeah, that's
upgrade?
pretty much what it would be like, and
Okay.
that would probably mean we would do that and launch that for Leela Quantum Tech as well. It's just something we started working on, but it needs a whole lot more work.
Yeah.
So I don't think before the end of Q2 this will really come out, but
Okay.
it's a great one, I think, especially
Yeah.
for these times.
Cool. Yeah. Cause I also started working on one and never quite finished it. So maybe you ought to finish it and throw it at you and you see what you do with it. Okay. No, that's awesome. All right. So that's what's coming for quantum upgrade. And we're looking at it happening this quarter, 2024.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now you've got the new product updates for TraumEZ, and I noticed that in your post you said this was going to be free. So free is awesome. I love that price. I think everybody else is going to. So if you have TraumEZ today, you're going to get this for free. So once you go ahead, so you posted two things in Telegram about something called Amazing Travel and something called VAX harmonization. So what are these two things, Philip?
Yes, absolutely. And I want to say that the TraumEZ is one of the really most underestimated tools we have. And I don't think I speak enough about it, to be honest, but it already now with the trauma functions is an incredible tool to lighten ourselves, to work on ourselves, and lift these traumas and convert them into life force energy. And now, for everyone that has it, we are adding the amazing travel button. So what happens is that there will be an actual app, actual app that
Oh,
you will be
cool.
able to download, and there's not going to be much to do on there. You don't really have to do much there, but there, what you'll find there is two buttons. One is the amazing travel button, and that one, once you activate it, and here, by the way, I had given you false information if I told you 24 hours, but it's 12 hours actually. So we set it on
Okay.
12 hours. So once you click that, then a special energy will start vibrating from the phone, which is specifically meant to support anyone who's like on the go right now, whether it's on the go to the grocery store, or you're traveling to Australia, or you're traveling to visit grandma or whoever. You're in a plane, car, train, it doesn't really matter, a boat. And it really helps you to get into the here and now, to be at ease and at balance. And it's sort of like you're having this special travel energy bubble for an amazing travel. That's pretty much what it does. It automatically turns off after 12 hours, but let's say you have a longer travel, or you will resume your travel, then after the 12 hours, you can activate it again. It will again run for 12 hours. So that's pretty much how that works. And I'm sure we'll get into more details at some point once we launch it. And then the VAX harmonization, we will call that a little bit differently, because we need to be a little bit mindful. But for now, that's kind of like the project title, I would say. It it actually is incredible. Absolutely, I've witnessed it several times. It is meant to harmonize and convert vax. I'm not even saying the word now, because we need to be careful of any kind, and of anyone that you have had in the past, whether as a 1 year old, 2 year old, or
Oh,
just recently, converts that into life force energy. And with that, it transforms any type of energetic contracts, blockages, pain, attachments, etc., also into life force energy. And it is very, very powerful. Even light damage that was done, can be countered with this. If there's very advanced damage done, then it still does some help. But there's we for example, we had a case where someone had developed in a very young age, actually, an absolute turbo cancer. And that was at a stage where we already knew beforehand, there's you can't do anything anymore there. It was a quite sad story, actually, but obviously, if something has developed into something major, then you can still help, you can still ease the process, but that person will be gone from Earth pretty soon. And but besides that, it really helps significantly with these issues. And the way it will work is, you also press that button, then it activates, and you put it on your thymus gland, and then there will be basically three waves of energies that will go through you, and you don't need to do anything. You just let it happen. And we will explain, these three steps, obviously, once we launch it. With the third step, it really is like the integration of body, mind, and soul. So where you really, if people can feel this, and a lot of people actually feel this, is that the soul fully enters the body again. It is so profound. It's even if you have like 2 feet that are, of different size, that
Hmm.
then the size of the feet, we've seen them even out, right? And things like that.
Yeah.
It is
Wow.
very, very profound. It's an absolutely amazing feeling where suddenly the body, from having been sort of disconnected from the soul because of, whatever issues we've gone through, right?
Yeah.
um that it re-enters that. It's an amazing feeling, and we've seen many people where this has done some wonders. So that's pretty much what happens. And then after that, after you're done, and that takes about, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes, right, until that
Hmm.
process is done. Maybe give it 10 minutes. And then after that, you basically use the TraumEZ and do the trauma work per the steps, that we outline in the PDF, uh, for this specific topic. So you're using basically vaccination, as the topic, any trauma in regards to vaccination that I've gotten in my life. Right. Okay. So you use that, and then you go through this process for this specific trauma, and also, basically get all this trauma out, and you will feel like a new person after that.
Wow. Wow, that's really cool. So there's a process to, you have to do some inner work along with your TraumEZ, your phone that's got TraumEZ on it in order to do the harmonization, right? And then the amazing
Yes,
travel is just something you turn on, but you have to have your phone on you.
correct.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow, that sounds amazing. I can't wait. So that's going to happen in the next couple of months then.
that is correct. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much for giving us the updates for 2024. That's amazing. Can't wait to hear more. And always, guys, for you, once these products launch and you've got questions, Philip, I'm sure you'll be more than happy to we'll do a Q&A about, we'll collect the questions, and provide as many answers as we can in a Telegram. And if it's a lot, we'll do a video. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, great. So, hey, everybody, thank you so much. Philip, thank you for spending time with me today, trying to explain everything about the updates and stuff. So, I just want to say thank you for anyone who, this is about Leela Quantum Tech, Quantum Upgrade, TraumEZ. You can, the links to will be in the video description below. That's where you can find out more about these products. If you're new to this, you can always reach me on the Teakers Academy, and you can reach both of us on Telegram. So, thank you, Philip. Really appreciate your time today, and thank you everyone for listening to the video. Really appreciate you guys' patronage and being members of our community. So thanks, Philip.
Thank you so much, Kay. I really appreciate everything you're doing. Thanks so much for having done these videos. It was also great to chat again. I really missed it. So this was awesome. And thanks to everyone out there, for, supporting the community, for being part of the community, and for just being so awesome in the world.
All right. Thanks a lot. Aloha.